All right, we are live. We are live. Shalom, shalom, brothers of WFI Milwaukee. We back at it again, right on another Shabbat. You know what I mean? It's always a blessing. We blessed to see another Shabbat. And tonight we just want to get into, you know, we basically want to tear down, the strongholds of Islam in the unholy Quran, right? Because the unholy Quran and Islam, they it's a real stronghold on our people right now, right? You got rappers, you know what I mean, rappers that's Israelites that's pushing the Arabs, man, just basically pushing the Arab man religion. You know what I mean? Like every rapper, it's like shit, damn near 1 in 3 rappers now that's coming out. You know, everybody joining Islam, they professing that they love Allah, putting Allah all in their lyrics. So Islam is just a big thing. You know, it's becoming a real popular trend. In our community, right? But we know that Islam don't produce nothing but folly and foolishness. Because with Islam, you know what I mean, they teach that you can still love Allah and be a loving, quote unquote, good Muslim man, still love and worship Allah, but you can still do whatever it is you please. You can still sell dope. Every brother I know that's say he's a Muslim, he sells dope. Every single brother, right? You can sell dope, you can shoot guns, you can kill your brother, right? It's no law. They still whore out their women, right? It's just be brothers that really just come from prison and they get behind these walls and they just, turn to something. You know what I mean? And a big thing right now is Islam. So, like I say, we kind of just want to get into that and tear it completely down. You know what I mean? So Khan, I'm gonna kick it off with a precept. It's the book of what precept I had? It's the book of First Corinthians. I can still be heard, right? God. It's the book of First Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 12. Even so ye, for as much as ye are zealous of spiritual gifts, seek that ye may excel to edifying of the church. Right? And Lord willing, that's what we do tonight. Right? That's why we here. We here to edify our people. To edify the church. That's why we here. Salakia. Right? So I want to first start it off with hold on. Salakia, give me a second. All right, I want to pull up this I got a quick clip. I want to start it with this clip real quick. Brother actually just sent it to me. All right. So what this finna display is just rappers that's active, Salakia, that's actively professing Allah. You know what I mean? Their love for Islam and etc. These are rappers that's Islamic, Muslims. Luca Brass, Louis B used to be, they treated me like Dave Chappelle. So this nigga Kevin Gates, like, I don't know, man. I listen to Gates music, so I can't be a hypocrite. But that brother is, if you ask me, he the definition of bugged out. Cause one day Gates, I don't get dude, bro. Like he a Muslim, but he also deal with zodiac signs, and he also so-called spiritual and talk to his ancestors. Like that brother Gates, he's completely bugged out. But we'll keep going.
Muhammad in Allah, the most beneficial through you. All things are possible. I know you're listening.
Me and Allah go back like cronies. I ain't got to be fake, cause he is my homie.
Yeah, I'm shooting up stars. I'm like, I'm do Allah. I'm like, I'm doing.
And I'm and I just found this out. I'm not sure if this I didn't what's the word? I didn't verify my source to know that this is true, but I actually heard that Pop Smoke, his parents are Israelites. And I heard that his name, his actual name, he got a Hebrew name, from what I was told. But yeah, this brother was a Muslim too.
Street niggas need to pray up. Street niggas.
So we know Lil Durk. Lil Durk is basically right now, he got Islam on his back as far as the rappers, right? Because everywhere you look now, I even seen an interview or something I was watching or listened to a clip or something like that. Well, Lil Durk was like, he said, I'm not a gangbanger, I'm a Muslim. So, you know, that's his whole thing now. That's all he pushing, right? Of course, he trying to duck cases, avoid cases. You know, 1 minute, then he talking about getting his get back for Von and et cetera, right? But this is one of the biggest faces for Islam right now, as far as the rappers in our community, is Lil Durk, right? And everybody else just following in line because he one of the biggest rappers out right now.
Niggas need to pray up.
So we got YB, you got Young Boy, and it's another brother that's completely bugged out, you know, cloned, and you know he all the way gone. Last I heard, this brother was a Mormon, all the way in at the Grave Digger Mountains in Utah. I heard he done converted to Mormonism, you know, that Edomite shit. But yeah, YB, Young Boy, that's another one.
The 7 spirits of God when I open the seal, interpret the holy law. These flows of God. Pick the Quran up. I couldn't understand that Bible. Allah's my witness.
So what you know about God comes first in our lives. Everything that we do is for Allah.
All I heard was Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Bismillah, he had a man Rahim.
This nigga Busta Rhymes.
Hold the blame and shit.
Right? So them was just a couple examples of, you know, these rappers that's just pushing this Muslim agenda. Like, they pushing it hard right now. And we know that, you know, in our community, we don't have leaders, right? Our leaders are, you know, the actors, the rappers, the entertainers, the athletes. These is the people that our community look up to, right? The trends come from how I used to be back in the day. You know, it was the so-called street nigga that was setting the trends. But now it's the rapper setting the trends, and the so-called street nigga trying to be like the rapper now, right? So our people minds is all, you know, we gone. We just lost in madness and folly. But Sean, you could jump in if you want to, or Mike, brother, want to jump in.
Con. So, hey, the mighty points by the brother, man. Hey, like you said, our people, we lost and destroyed out here. And, hey, in order to understand this history of why we're lost and destroyed, I mean, where do you go? You can't really go to the Quran for this as an Israelite. And you can't go to the damn mosque and think, damn, Muhammad go teach you this stuff. And you got to go to the source. Even the Quran calls the scriptures the source. So I'm going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, go to chapter 28, and I'm going to start at verse 48. It says, therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies. So, hey, a lot of people, they look at the transatlantic slave trade. And they say, man, you know, this kind of where slavery kicked off. Hey, no, you got to go back farther. And you got to actually look, like the brother was saying earlier, into the sub-Saharan slave trade. And I got a little history on that. But just bear with me real quick. So, yeah, slavery, as far as the transatlantic, it started from 501 and it ended in, they say it ended in 1867. So about 300 plus years. But if you look at the sub-Saharan, it was actually 17 centuries from 1652 to 1960, so they say. And our people, they don't really know this stuff. Lil Durk, I'm pretty sure you don't know this. Damn, Kevin Gates, damn Jay-Z, all the brothers that was in that video. Hey, real quick, I got a verse on that. I'm gonna get the book of. I'm gonna go to Joel. Book of Joel, chapter 3. I'm actually start from the top. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." So Judah and Jerusalem, that's the so-called black man and woman. Verse 2, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them, therefore, my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered." So, hey, we all know we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And I'm keep reading. It says, "Among the nations and parted my land." So, hey, that's between the Arabs and the Israelis, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna keep reading. It says, "And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink." Verse 4, "Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon," which are the modern day Africans or Hamites. It says, "In all the coast of Palestine, ye will render for me recompense. And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head." So, hey, you look at it, right? You got Tyre, Sidon, and the Palestines, and they play a big part in the the sub-Saharan slave trade, I should say. So, with that, I'm gonna go to Jerusalem. I said Jerusalem, Jeremiah, chapter 3, and verse 2.
Hey, Salakia, hey, I got a precept real quick too, if I can, before you go there.
Yeah, Khan, you can bring it up.
All right. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, and verse 17. "And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies." Salakia. "They that hate you shall reign over you." Right? Because like the brother said, going into the sub-Saharan slave trade, right? Them damn Arabs, they reigned over us, and we know they hate our guts, right? To this day. Like Ishmael don't respect us, right? Ishmael stanky ass be proud as hell. They really want to be us. They come into our neighborhoods and try to talk like us and walk like us. Ishmael proud as hell, but Khan, I just wanted to bring that out. You got it.
Khan. Are you raised your hand? You got a point?
I ain't raised my hand, but I kind of can't go into something. I do got a short article real fast from.
Khan, bring it up.
Brothers can see this.
Khan.
Let me see if I can. Give me a second. Right. My bad. Right. But it says, "Why are black people turning into Islam?" Right. It's a long article, like kind of going into it, but I kind of want to touch on this first part of it here. Right. This is from the Guardian. Right. It says, "Black conversion to or reversion to Islam is not new." Right. Conversion means to be converted into something. Reversion means to revert back into something. Right. So they're saying that us converting into Islam, not only is it a new thing in America, but this is something that's happened in prior existing times. Right. It says it's not new. It has been taking place in the African diaspora since time immemorial, right? Meaning since like a long time ago or a time that's immemorable, right? So what the key part that I kind of want to touch on here, right? It said the African diaspora. Now we understand, we're not Africans, right? But it doesn't change the fact of, right, when they're talking about the African diaspora real fast, right? I'm gonna just look up what was the African diaspora, right? Because we understand that it's kind of going into not only like the sub-Saharan slave trade, but a diaspora is when people are migrated from one place to another. Right? The African diaspora is defined as the involuntary or voluntary movement of Africans to their descendants to various parts of the world during the modern and pre-modern periods. Right? So what's going on with all of our people converting or reverting back into Islam, right? This is something that we all understand when you read Babylon and Timbuktu and when you look throughout the different aspects of history, right? Islam was something that was spread by the sword, right? The same way as Christianity, right? The same way as a lot of the other belief systems that we now have, especially in modern day America. Modern day America, right, is all about the religions that we have here. All of these religions that are flourishing are religions that were spread by the sword, right? They don't even tell you, but even Buddhism, right? Buddhism, right? A lot of his followers spread that religion by the sword. Christianity, we understand what happened when we came over to the Americas, right? Islam, right? We understand you got the sub-Saharan, the trans-Saharan slave trade, right? You got even our people being in Muslim-like communities now, right? And just taking on the natural belief systems of the people that surround them. Right, the Lord said that in the law. I'm gonna get a precept real fast. Right, Deuteronomy 28th chapter. Right, because it was prophesied that our people were gonna come over here and we was gonna get into Islam. It was prophesied that we was gonna come over here. Right, so reason that Islam and Christianity are the two prominent belief systems when it comes to Black and Latinos. Right, when it comes to Black and the Native Americans. Right, Deuteronomy 28th chapter. Right, I'm gonna start at verse 64. It says, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone." So now here we are in this place of Babylon, right? This place of lawlessness, right? This place of immorality. And we call it Babylon for a reason. Let's go to Genesis, the 11th chapter. Right? We call it Babylon because Babylon prehistorically was all about different nations of people and different races of people trying to live a homogenous lifestyle with one another. Right? And you know what the Lord did with that Babylon? Right? The Lord destroyed it. Right? Because they thought through their belief systems, through their governments, right, they could build up and be higher than the Most High. Right? This Revelations chapter, Genesis chapter 11, where I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there." Now that's the spiritual, because on a twofold level, right, America is this place of Shinar. Real fast, I'm gonna go to Zechariah. All right, let me find the precept that I want. Right, so what? Right, I'm gonna go to Zechariah. Right. I think it's chapter. Give me a second. I think it's chapter 5, right? Zechariah chapter 5, right? I'm not going to break it down in depth, but I'm going to kind of roll through it real fast, right? Zechariah, the 5th chapter, right? And I'm going to start at verse number 5. It says, "Then the angel that had talked with me went forth and said unto me, Lift up now thine eyes and see what is that goeth forth," right? I'm going to drop down. It says, verse 7, "And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephod." Right, now we understand that ephod is talking about what? It's talking about measurements, right? It's talking about measurements, right? And that's how you would have like the judgment of a just scale, right? You would use like an ephod to measure something out, right? And it said that he had a talent of lead, right? This talent of lead, right? Some brothers refer to as this going into judgment, right? The talent of lead being put on top of you, right? Or curses, right? And you kind of can't get out, right? I'm gonna read it again. It says, "And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this woman that sit in the midst of the ephod." Right? According to Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 2, right? This woman is talking about Israel. Right? And here you have it, right? You got Israel in the midst of this ephah, right? And judgment and the curses is coming down upon us. Right? Verse 8, it says, and he said, this is wickedness, and he cast it into the midst of the ephah, and he cast the lead weight upon the mouth thereof. Right? So this lead weight is holding all of this wickedness in. Right? And here this woman is, right? Israel trapped in the midst of this ephah, or this judgment for a measurement of time. Right? And she's just dealing with the wickedness. She can't escape the wickedness. I'm going to drop down verse 9. It says, then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, there came out two women, and the wind of their was in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork. Right now, that's referring to Ezekiel. I think it's like the 23rd or 21st chapter. I have to go and look at it. Right, but the two women is talking about the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. I think it's Aholiath and Abimath. If I might be paraphrasing roughly. Right, but it says, and the wind was in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the ephod between the earth and heaven. Right? Then said I unto the angel that talked with me, whither goest thou? So like, whither do these bear the ephod? And he said unto me, to build it an house in the land of Shinar. And that's the point that I was trying to touch on. Right? It says that these two women are building up a house right in the land of Shinar. Right? And that's what we're over here doing to this day. Right? We're building up the house of the Most High. Right? Because we are the temple of the Most High, man. Right? The church. Right? But it says that they're doing it in the land of Shinar. That's referring to America. Right? So touching on the Revelations, the 11th chapter again, right? 11 and not Revelations, but Genesis 11 and 2. It says, and it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Right? I'm going to drop down to verse 4. It says, and they said, go, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and there let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the midst of the earth. So now they're in a place where you got every nation under the sun living in the same language, right? Eating the same food, living similar lifestyles, right? And they start to try to build a name for themselves greater than the name that God had given them, greater than the task that the Most High had given them. Right? Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28th chapter. Right? Deuteronomy, so look, right, chapter 28. Right? So look, let me get it. Right, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 64. It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So here we are again in the midst of Babylon, right? And we serving after wood and stone. Right? The wood is representing this cross with Christianity. Right, the stone is talking about the Kaaba stone at Mecca. I think it's a damn brother. Seen the picture, right, of the Kaaba without the sheep, right? Real fast, right? Let me go to it because a lot of people don't even know, right? I'm gonna share my screen.
Hey, I got a clip of the cobblestone too. If I can bring it out when you're done.
Oh, I'm gonna let you. Right, look at it. Right, this is the Kaaba stone without the sheep. Right, they try to make it all, and you know how they kind of put those they put the little filters on it to make it look all beautified. Right, this is what it really looks like. And it's not beautiful. Right, tell them it's not catfishing. Right, tell me. You said what?
Salaki, I was gonna say you should press one to like blow it up, make it big. It's kind of small on my end, at least.
Will work. Right.
I mean, it's better. Yeah.
Right here it is, right there. Right. Hold on. Let me go back to it real fast. Let me go back. Right. Gotta find it. Salaki. I got like 50 tabs open right now. Right. Right. This is it without the filter. Right. This is when they put the filter on it, trying to make it look all cute. Right. The Most High not dealing with that. The Most High is not dealing with catfishing with the damn Kaaba. This is what it really looks like. Like the door getting old, the hinges kind of rusting out. Right, the bricks ain't even that red no more. I don't know what the hell they do graffiti over here on the side. That's what it really looks like, right? It says the Kaaba without its gahalaf, right, or without its cover, right? And here they are worshiping this damn wood and stone. They're worshiping the damn stone. It's literally this looked like a damn fire department house, right? And then look at it, right? It got the damn ladder over on the side. They ain't even finished fixing on it. They had to kind of replace some of the bricks, right? Because they was rusting out. But a lot's supposed to last forever. See that? Right? I'm going to read it again, right? Deuteronomy 28 and verse 6. I'm going to keep reading at 65. It says, and among these nations thou shalt find no ease. Right? The reason we can't find no ease is because we steady diving into the things that are destroying our people. Right? And I would kind of get into what's destructive for the Black and Hispanic community when it comes to Islam. Right? Not only for the blacks, right? But a lot of people don't even know you got a lot of Latino Muslims, right? Native American Muslims, right? But we're going to kind of get into why we don't get any rest, right? It says, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart and failing of eyes and a sorrowful mind, right? I'm surprised I ain't find a bean pot precept, right? Because you know they be out there with those bean pies, my brother. Kind of giving you out the bean pies, man. And I heard it from a brother. Right, they said the damn bean pies was delicious, man. Right? I'm gonna bring out the bean pie info later, but brothers got it though.
Con. And I can pass it back to you because you was going in. But I just wanted to show a quick clip of, you know, how these damn animals act over this damn cobblestone, man. And I wish I was trying to find a clip I seen on Twitter where it was like thousands of damn Arabs. They was just rushing the stone, right? They was punching each other head, kind of kicking each other. They going crazy just to kiss and look at this damn stone. And I'm just looking at it like, bro, these people, you know, one thing I can say, the Arabs, they got strong faith in their God, as they should. Like, that's the Arabs, man, religion, all praises. But when I see my people, you know, moving this way and, you know, getting into all these idols, right, that's when it become a problem. So, but I'm going to share this quick clip real quick. These folks done lost their damn mind, man, over a stone. Raggedy ass stone. Can y'all see it?
All
right.
It is not that. According to Muslim belief, black stone is a relic from paradise, and that it was given to Prophet Ibrahim by the angel Gabriel. It is believed that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, kissed the black stone during his own Hajj pilgrimage, and that is why Muslims kiss as a respect. The act of kissing the black stone is seen as a way to show reverence and respect for the sacred site, and to demonstrate one's submission to Allah. Muslims do not worship this black stone, instead they do this out of respect.
And it's crazy how they said Muslims don't worship that black stone and they just respect it, because they literally worship this damn stone. Like, they lose their mind, bro. Like I said, they try to damn near kill each other just to kiss the stone.
Worshipping any idol is prohibited in Islam. Why do Muslims kiss this black stone on the eastern corner of Kaaba? Some people think they do this as a worship, but it is not that. According to Muslim belief, black...
But Khan, so, you know, I just wanted to show the madness of, you know, how these people act when it comes to this damn stone. And, you know, I haven't seen too many of our people over there. Me personally, I ain't seen too many of our people over there in their land actually kissing the stone. But I'm pretty sure it's some brothers that, you know, they some so-called diehard Muslims that, you know, I'm pretty sure we be over there coon and doing what we do. So, you know, Jake, we y'all got to come out of that, right? We got to come out of that. We got to repent, and we got to come back to our God, give our God respect and honor, right? I got a precept. Salakia. Bear with me 1 second. Damn, I can't even find the precept I was looking for. Damn.
Salaki, why you look for your precept, right? Oh, Elder Ray did kind of throw some precepts in there. Right, Habakkuk 2 and 18, right? Wasn't Solomon, like 14 and 12 through 14. But why you find your precept?
Yeah, that was actually that's one of the precepts I was waiting to bring out for my next little piece. I didn't want to give it all at one time, so I'm kind of trying to chop it up and let brothers get in there too.
No, you good. Right, if I may, right, I dropped the damn bean pie recipe, right, that they kind of go into in the chat, right? And I was looking at it. I'm gonna send it to my rib, right? That's the damn sweet potato pie recipe, man. And they just replaced it with beans, right? With navy beans, right? They got the
bean pie recipe is crazy.
The prepared pie crust, right? Literally, I wish I could bring my damn grandma in the chat, man. Right, this is literally the same exact sweet potato pie recipe, right? But I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. You just let you find your precept real fast.
Oh, I was looking at the recipe, looking out what you was bringing out. Go ahead, Ak, you got it.
No, a lot brothers got it. That was really all I was gonna go into, right? It's just like it kind of shows you how Islam is just completely copied off of like our culture.
For sure.
Like, you know, whether it be the truth, they took our God, and it's crazy. We get into the precepts, but they took our God, they took our clothes, they took what we couldn't eat, didn't even do it all the way. They took our clothing, the way that I can't even say the way that we deal with our women because we don't beat our women, right? But they took so many of our Israelite traditions, from fasting to praying to where the direction that you pray. They tried to take the amount of times that we prayed, right, and increased it, right? And then even now, here we are in America, and they take they take grandmama's sweet potato pie, secret recipe, and then just try to make it Muslim.
They airbrush that thing, man.
Right, but brothers got it.
Brother just sent me a clip, man. Damn, Mike Tyson and went to see the cop. I'm disappointed in my brother Mike, man. Hold on, let me bring this out real quick. Not the champ, man. Damn, Mike. Hold on, let me bring that clip out. And you talking about DJ Khaled crying. Let's see what this is about.
Customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets.
You have a crazy party?
I don't remember. I think it was just home.
All right, we gonna skip through all that.
Whatever we want.
So this is DJ Khaled and Mike Tyson at they at Mecca, right? And we know DJ Khaled, he's not an Israelite. I think he is an Arab, if I'm not mistaken. Brothers can correct me, but yeah, if I'm not mistaken, DJ Khaled is an Arab.
لا إله إلا الله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله
صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت.
All right, so we're not really here for the heathen. I'm just trying to see Mike real quick.
The most beautiful experience I got to do with my brother.
Mike Tyson and they so-called holy
I got to do with my brother Mike Tyson.
My pops too, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's beautiful to do this. My first.
Hey, his pops, either I'm tripping or his pops damn near look like Jake. Hold on, man.
My pops too, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's beautiful to do this.
I don't know, man. I know brothers say he an Arab, though.
Thank you, brother. I love you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Show them the beautiness, man. The beautiness.
There you have it, man. They all in, you know, kind of bowing down to it. They got the all white on, the white garment. Of course, they stole that from the Bible, white clean garments. You know, their whole religion is literally, you know, they just bit off of our culture. They took, because the Quran is only a remix of the Bible. It's a horrible remix. So if you ever heard a song that just, when they remixed it, it got terrible. You know, when I think of Islam, that's what I think of, just a horribly remixed song. The Quran is trash, you know, our people got to get out of that. But Khan, so now I want to get into some of the, you know, just the blasphemy of Islam, right? I kind of want to reason with my people. I've been into the, you know, the spirit of reasoning, you know, and showing, I think we got to more so show our people, you know, why we should be serving our God and why you should be going away from all these false gods. You know, we got to show them why it's such a beautiful thing to be an Israelite and show and worship the God of Israel, right? So I want to bring some of this out real quick. So first and foremost, the so-called Prophet Muhammad, he married a 6-year-old. That is pedophilia. So I want, if y'all watching, just take notes. You know, y'all can, brothers on the highways, or if it's brothers at home that teach their family, you know, whatever the case, you know, brothers that need convincing, Lil Durk, Lord willing, Lil Durk, run across this video, Kevin Gates, Young Boy, Rallo, whoever. You know, I mean, if you're an Israelite, Lord willing, they run by this video and they can see firsthand why Islam is not for them. So this is Hadith 67 and 39, that the Prophet married her, Prophet being the so-called Muhammad, Salakia, that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old and consummated his marriage when she was 9. So the so-called Prophet Muhammad was literally a pedophile, bro. So when y'all say y'all following Islam, you know, and worshiping Muhammad, you literally worshiping a pedophile, bro. That's off as hell, right? And it says, Hisham said, I have been informed that Aisha remained with, I'm guessing that was the 6-year-old that he married. Aisha remained with the Prophet Muhammad for 9 years till his death. So this nigga was married to a 6-year-old, bro, for 9 years of his damn life. You know, nobody did nothing. You know, if he was an Israelite, he would have been stoned to death, you know, by thousands and thousands of righteous men and women. You know, he would have instantly called death. That's off. But I want to bring this out. So this in the Quran, 45 and 16. And we did certainly give the children of Israel the scripture and judgment and prophethood. And we provided them with good things and preferred them over the worlds. So even the unholy Quran teach these dirty ass Arabs that, you know, even this pedophile Muhammad, he preferred Israel. He preferred us Israelites over his own people. And he was an Arab. So this is, you know, this is translated from, you know, this was, of course, Muhammad's thoughts. And this man literally saying he preferred the world of Israel over his own people. Right? That's that Deuteronomy 7:6 all over again. But you know, go ahead.
I didn't want to cut you off. I did before you went past that dealing with children. I did kind of want to chime in on that before you move too far past that subject.
Go ahead.
You brought out already the hadith when he married Ayana.
Yeah, it say Aisha though.
Yeah,
the 6-year-old.
I just kind of want to share my screen for it real fast. I got that. I got something else talking about marriage in the Quran, right? Because
I was gonna touch on that too. Actually,
here, you know, and watching for Israel, we do our research, right? We dived into this, right? And there's some stuff that they kind of got to deal with. Now, that ain't in the Quran, right? When it talks about when he married her,
that's
right?
hadith.
That's a hadith,
yeah.
Right? But we're just gonna pull it up. It says that the prophet, right, married her when she was 6 years old and consummated his marriage, right? I wish, right, brothers. I mean, everybody know what consummation is. Right, consummation is when you go in unto her, right? It says he consummated his marriage, or he had sex with her when she was 9 years old. Hashim said, I have been informed that Aisha remained with the prophet for 9 years, i.e. till his death, right? And then you know what a lot of Muslims would do, just to be fair, a lot of Muslims try to counter that out, and they try to say that, you know, they don't deal with that aspect of it, that they don't deal with that hadith. But there are other things in the Quran that they got to deal with. I'm going to pull it up real fast. It's this site I have called the Noble Quran, right? I'm going to go to hadith, right? 65. Right? Not hadith, but I'm going to go to, I'm going to just share my screen, right? Real fast. Change the tab, right? I think this is real fast. Brothers can see it.
Yeah.
Right. Let me know if is this better? This better?
I mean, it's better than what it was, but it still looked pretty small on my screen.
Right, what about this?
That's perfect.
Right. It says, "O Prophet, right, instruct you believers when you intend to divorce women, then divorce them with concern for their waiting period." Right. This is Surah 65. Right. It's talking about the divorce. It's talking about divorce.
I was gonna get that too.
And count it accurately and fear Allah, your Lord. Do not force them out of their homes, nor should they leave unless they commit a blatant misconduct. Right. I'm gonna skip down to 65 and 4. Right. It says, as for your women past the age of menstruation. So this is talking about like elder women or women that have they've gotten into their right, I forgot what it's called, right? But when they can't have their menstrual cycles no more, right? And they're past the age of having their menstruation, they can no longer have children, right? Menopause, Salaki. They either enter their menopause or after the menopause stage, right? But it says, as for the women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months, right? So after the age of menstruation, you got to wait 3 months before you can divorce, right? It says, and as for those who have not menstruated as well, you got to deal with that, right? Because it says, as for those that have not menstruated as well. Now, who are the women that don't menstruate?
That would be the elder women, or are you speaking on the children?
The women that can't the women that have not menstruated is talking about children.
Right.
They're the only ones who have not menstruated yet. Right? So when it comes down to their marital laws, now this is they try to say, oh, this is not talking about marriage, it's talking about divorce. Well, then how can you divorce a woman that you're not married to? So when it comes down like to their entire culture and the pedophilic nature that they show, right? It says, and that same pedophile spirit, lucky, right, lasted all the way until Elijah Muhammad, who impregnated 5 teenagers who were considered his secretary, is a fact. while he was 50 plus years old, Malcolm X exposed on him. That's Elijah Muhammad, and then I'm gonna kind of want to talk a little bit on Fraud Muhammad, but Lord willing, we can kind of get into that later, right? But it says, and those women that have not menstruated as well. Right, so this is talking about putting away women that have not menstruated as of yet, right? This is talking about prepubescent children, little girls, right? You can divorce, like for one, why the hell can you marry them in the first place, man? Right? Every culture and ethnicity, right? Even America is the most disgusting nation on the face of the earth. And they even have laws as to who you can't marry and what age somebody can't marry, right? But when we deal with the Nation of Islam, right? And I'm not gonna say the Nation of Islam. I'm not gonna put it on those brothers because they specifically don't agree. However, this is the book that you adhere to, right? So if a brother, right, chooses to deal with a woman that's under that age, right, how you gonna tell them no when your God said that it was okay? Right, when your leader and your founder said that it was okay? Like, what are we doing? That's like me telling a brother you can't do something that the Lord said. Like, what's going on? See that? Right, but this is something like I know, and Muslims always want to build together, right? They always want to debate. However, every time we get to this topic, right, they don't want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it say what it say. I'm gonna read it again. It says, as for those women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months. And those who have not menstruated as well. Right? So you gotta wait 3 months before you divorce a little girl. Like, that's the sickness of Islam. My brothers got it.
God, man. Yeah, that's sick as hell. You know, I want to pull Elder Ray comment back up because you know that's wild, bro. So he basically saying, you know, Muhammad, and that same pedophile spirit lasted all the way to Elijah Muhammad, who impregnated 5 teenagers who were considered his secretaries while he was 50 plus years old. That's crazy. This is a 50-year-old wrinkled, saggy man just planting seeds into teenage children, bro. 5 teenagers that's not even fully developed. They brains ain't even fully developed. They bodies ain't even fully developed. And this man impregnated 5 of them, bro. That's sick as hell. Right? So again, Lil Durk, Kevin Gates, Davies, you know, all the other brothers that may not have the so-called fame and notoriety of them. This is what y'all following. Right? This is who y'all choose to follow when y'all, you know, pick up the flag and want to just push Islam like it's just the greatest shit on earth, bro. And it's really Salakia. It's really like some prison stuff because, you know, brothers go to prison. And I ain't gonna lie, like before the truth, I honestly was looking into Islam, right? It was an older brother on my street. You know, we used to have great conversations. You know, and he was for black empowerment, right? And he kind of had this so-called, I ain't gonna say so-called, but he had this discipline about himself that I respected, right? The way he treated his people, the way he tucked his shirt in, the way he talked, he presented himself well. I appreciated that at that time. And he was a big part of me, you know, looking into at that time, that short period of my life, looking into Islam. So I actually went to Chicago to link with some other Muslims, right? And you know, I linked with these brothers, and you know, come to find out, them brothers, you know, they ain't no different from niggas in the world. Cause them brothers was selling dope. Brother tried to give me some damn packs. Like, you know, if you know what I mean by packs. And I'm just looking at this guy like, I'm looking like these niggas lost their mind. Cause I'm thinking it's supposed to be a beautiful, righteous thing that I'm trying to do better in life. I'm trying to walk the straight and narrow. And I was thinking that Islam was that. So, that's just, my own personal testimony, just showing, more reason why Islam is just, it's all cap, bro. It's a false sense of discipline. It's a prison doctrine for sure. We know our people, they love going to prison and they come back, oh, Shalaikum Shalom, brother. Shalaikum Shalom, brother. They come out of prison on all that for about a week, and then they right back selling dope. They right back pimping. They right back doing the same thing they've been doing, all while professing Allah. But I digress, man. So I'm gonna jump right back into it. Because like my brother said, man, since we on the topic of marriage, it's only right that I jump into this. I was gonna wait, but actually I'm gonna share my screen, because I want the people to see this with their own eyes. Right? I ain't just gonna talk about it. So let me pull that up real quick. So this where we at. This is Surah 4:34. Is the clearest Quranic example of hierarchy between men and women. Those women whose, I don't know what that say, you fear, admonish them and abandon them in bed and strike them. I'm going to read it again, and strike them. So first and foremost, it say you can abandon your woman in bed. So, basically, not to get too, I ain't going to even get into that, but I'm going to just go into the aspect of striking them. Like, that's playing upon tables, bro. Islam teaches that you can beat your woman. You can beat your wife or wives. You feel me? If they don't obey you, you got the right to punch them down, slap them down, right? Do as you please. If they obey you, do not pursue a strategy against them. Indeed, God is exalted. Great. So if you beat down your woman, if you because they on their gorilla pimping type time. So they putting their hands and feet on their women, right? And they basically saying that's a beautiful thing in the eyes of Allah, right? To beat your woman down if she get out of pocket. You put your hands on her. So, and Jake, man, we love our women, bro. It be our women that, they bring that, they be the ones to bring that side out of us. I ain't gonna say soft, but they make us a little more loving, a little more caring, a little more tender, right? Because we don't believe in especially repentant brothers, we don't believe in being lions in our own household. I'm gonna bring that out real quick. Right? Because we ain't gotta walk around beating our chests. And we ain't got to walk around, we ain't got to slap our women around to show dominance, right? Because we know the order. And Lord willing, if you got a sister that's in the truth, she know the order as well. Do a brother, what's that precept, Akim, about not being a lion in your own household?
I got it for you.
Bring that out for me, Ak.
Sirach 4 and verse 30.
That's right.
Says, be not as a lion in thy house.
Right. So, our God teach us that, we don't have to go around, like I say, just beating on our chest to show that we run the damn household. Right. Because again, our women, naturally, our women already know what it is. They know the order of God. I'm going to bring that out too. Is that 1 Corinthians? That's 11 and 9, Sean, I think. 11 and 6. The order, I think it is.
1 Corinthians 11 and 3.
11 and 3. Okay, right? So this is the book of 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. Right? So us brothers in this truth, right? We teaching our wives, what it is, what it actually looked like to be, you know, a God-fearing woman, right? And we get taught by our elders and higher ups, you know, what it means to be a God-fearing man, husband, right? And we would never put our hands on our women. Lord willing, brothers ain't doing that, right? I know for a fact, you know, no brother I'm around doing that at all. And if we found out, right, we on that brother ass. We finna check you. We own you. Like, you finna do that to that sister, bro. You finna have to do that to me. I'm not, at least me, I'm not going for it. So, again, this is the Ishmaelite, Islam is really the Ishmaelites. It's really they religion, bro. It fit them because they the wild man. What's that precept? It's a precept on, I think it's somewhere in Genesis on Ishmael being the wild man. Okay. You know that precept, Mike, on it going in on, huh?
I got it for you.
Okay, come.
Book of Genesis, chapter 16 and verse 12.
Come.
And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
Right. So Ishmael is just naturally a wild man, bro. Right? They going around blowing up planes in the name of Allah. They blowing up buildings. They blowing up cities. They blow up their damn self, bro, in the name of Allah, in the name of their God. So Ishmael is just a naturally wild man, right? And when Jake go into Islam, and Jake already wild, hothead a lot of times. And Jake go over to Islam, he turned into the damn Ishmaelite. So, and then brothers go to beating their wives. They go to damn, talking reckless with to their own brothers. They want to speak in Arabic and eat a damn a gyro sandwich, and damn, they want to go against their own brothers, all for Arab. Right? Arabs are, they're wild people. So this doctrine, their unholy Quran really makes sense and it fit them because they wild as hell. I wanted to bring out the precept that Elder Ray had put up, that Habakkuk, because I was gonna bring that out too. We can get that. Salakia, bear with me. That's Habakkuk 2 and 18. It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. Let me Salakia, let me share my screen so the audience can see. Boom. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 18. What profiteth the graven image, that the maker thereof have graven it, the molten image, and a teacher of lies? The prophet, I ain't gonna even call that nigga a prophet. Muhammad, we know he a pedophile. Nah, I mean, he is a teacher of lies. That the maker of his work trusted them to make dumb idols. So, like we went into, one of they dumb idols is that damn cobblestone over there in Mecca, right? And it be our people worshiping their idols. Woe unto him that saith to the wood, awake to the dumb stone, right? That is a dumb ass stone over there in Mecca that people just going over there, crying, they shedding tears, they acting like damn, life is just beautiful. They acting like they done seen God. They done made it to the kingdom. Like when people go over there to Mecca, they just act crazy. Like it's just the whole it's like it's Jerusalem. They be losing their mind going over there to Mecca, bro. So, again, not to be too long-winded, but like I say, our people, we got to get out of this, right? Because Allah, he cannot save you. You know what I mean? In that day, Allah is not going to save you. Allah is a false God. He's the God of the Arabs, the wild Arabs. You know, we got to come out of that. But Salaki, another brother could jump in before I continue. No, actually, Salaki, let me it was one more precept I wanted, if I can, real quick. I think it's Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. Real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 21, actually. So this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 21. And this was an occasion to deceive the world. So, Islam is really deceiving our people right now in a major way, right? We're walking around, and they got, don't get me wrong, they got the garment to their knees, but it ain't even got no fringes on, right? They sisters took modesty from us. So, you see they sisters walking around with the head wrap. I mean, it's not really no order in Islam now because you got sisters. I done seen, especially Eve that's in Islam. She walking around with jeans on, skirts on with her damn thighs all hanging out, and she got a hair wrap on, just professing Islam, right? Professing Allah. But ain't nothing modest about her. Cause you just throwing on a hair wrap and you just thinking you good. You just so modest, you a princess, and like, nah, you a liar. I'm gonna keep reading. For men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones. So that's them dumbass cobblestones right there again. Right? But Khan, another brother could jump in there.
Sean, you got some or you want me to hop in there?
Khan. Was brother go bring out the Babylon Timbuk?
I think I left my copy at the school. I was going to. I left my copy at the school.
I got it on my phone. But yeah, so I'm gonna go into Babylon the Timbuktu. It's a book with some chapters that goes in on Muhammad and his journey, basically following the Israelites and copying their customs as the brothers was going into. So I'm gonna start at page 48. And it's titled Islam and Judaism. It says the Prophet Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion. So, the first damn sentence, it's already going in on Muhammad. It says he adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion. First of all, the basic idea of monotheism, which is the belief in one God, the Jewish confession of the unity of God. So I'm going to skip down to the next paragraph. It says Muhammad adopted also the main details of the Jewish calendar, the Day of Atonement, the Sabbath, much of the Bible. It says much of the Bible. And like the brother was going into, it took our Sabbath day, our damn dress style, they women dressing how our women supposed to dress. It even go as far as them praying 3 times a day.
To the east at that.
To the east at that. It says much of the Bible and narratives from the Madrash, if I'm not mistaken, and many points of the ritual law. Incidentally, the Jews prayed 3 times a day facing the city of Jerusalem, and the Muslims pray 5 times a day facing the city of Mecca. So they kind of took our customs and kind of flipped it a little bit. And instead of praying towards Jerusalem, and Muhammad said, you know what, I'm going to take this thing and kind of remix it. And it says, 5 times a day, trying his best, Muhammad sought to convert the Jews to his new religion. And I got a precept on this real quick. the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, lift up thine eyes unto the high places and see where thou hast not been lean with. In the ways hast thou set from them. Salakia, thou set for them as the Arabian in the wilderness. So, the Arabian in the wilderness. So what did they actually do in the wilderness? The Arabians, they forced their religion on us. And you could actually jump back to Jeremiah 2 and 27, which says, saying to the stock, thou art my father, and to the stone, thou hast brought me forth. And what's that stone is speaking of? Like we went into earlier, that's that nasty cobblestone. So, they kind of got us in the wilderness, taught us their ways. And, fast forward, we worshiping the damn cobblestone. Y'all seen Mike Tyson. Y'all seen Kevin Gates over there. I'm gonna keep reading. And this Babylon the Timbuktu, page 48.
So like not trying to cut you off, but Ricardo Johnson, what do you mean you looking for his proof? Now you keep going on.
Say that again.
Now the brother made a comment saying that you looking for his proof, right? So I want to know what he mean by that. But while he replied, you can go ahead and finish your point.
Con. So this Babylon the Timbuktu, page 48, it says, trying his best, Muhammad sought to convert the Jews to his new religion, but to no avail. The Jews were adamant. I mean, that's pretty much it. Muhammad, he was just a damn follower. He kind of followed behind the Jews, just a sneaky, nasty heathen. Just kind of following behind them, taking their laws, taking our laws, I should say, our customs, our heritage. And, fast forward to 2024, our people lost in the sauce, man. But, brother got it with the brother's point, if he responded.
No, I didn't see a response yet, but I did want to bring out a precept real fast and share my screen, right? And I'm gonna bring up a precept, right? Just a book, brothers. You see that? Right? Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 1. It says, "You shall make you no idols nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall you set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am the Lord your God." Right? So it says that we shouldn't set up any standing image. One, we shouldn't bow to it. We shouldn't be doing any manner of this garbage. Right? But what do you have them doing? Now, this is in the law. This is in the Levitical law, the Torah or the Torah. Right? This is what they follow after the first 5 books of Moses. They claim that Moses was the first Muslim. That's they claim. Right, that Moses was the first Muslim, right? However, in the law of Moses, it says that you can rear you up a graven image or anything made of stone, right? You can't even make nothing out of stone, right? Let me get the precept real fast, right? It's the book of Exodus chapter, what I'm looking for, right? 20. Let me see. Right, in verse 25, it says, "And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, and thou shalt not build it of hewn stone, for if thou lift up tool upon it, thou hast polluted it." Right, and we looked at the Kaaba. Right, it was with a bunch of bricks. Right, the Lord says that you couldn't make his altar of hewn stone. Yet, here you go, kind of snapping a brick down. Right, it's man-made brick, cheap brick. Right, we've seen them have to build the ladder up, right, to try to re-put certain stones on. Right, Islam is a man-made religion. Right now, when the brother says that the black man is God, right, what does he mean by that? Right, because God can be several different things, but God is just the power. Right, it's just the power. It's something that I can make this damn pin of God if I wanted to. Right, but yet our people chose to worship and bow down to a brick. Now, these are probably a bunch of Ishmaelites. I'm pretty sure you got Jake scattered through there because what Jake do, Jake just want to be like everybody else. That's all Jake want to do. Jake want to follow after the laws and statutes of everybody else, man. Right? You can even see it, right, with the so-called children, with the children in the school systems now, right? If Yeezy's got to be the ugliest damn shoe I've ever seen in my life. Yeah.
You said what shoe?
Yeezy is the ugliest damn shoe I've ever seen in my life.
Man, cut it out, bro.
Right? It's the ugliest shoe I've ever seen in my life. However, somebody doing this garbage, right? This holy mess, right? They deemed it as popular, and what do all Israel want to do? They want to follow after. They want to chase it, right? And because Islam, right, they deem this Kaaba stone as popular as cool, right? All of Israel want to chase after. I'm gonna read it again, right? In Leviticus the 26th chapter, right? It says, "Ye shall not." Matter of fact, we're gonna kind of break it down. It says, "Ye shall not make no idols or graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall you set up any image of stone in your land." Now, idol can be going into any physical structure that we pray into, right? Sometimes people want to talk about what they want to call the tabernacle of Moloch or the Star of Renfrew, or these damn Martin Luther King statues, right? The Lord said, right, we're not supposed to be rearing any of that stuff up, right? Graven images. A graven image is just the image that you worship. Now, it says, neither shall you set up an image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, right? Bowing down unto it, whether it be physical, but chiefly is talking about going into giving it your strength, right? We shouldn't be giving any of these things our strength. We don't even bow down unto the Bible, man. Right? I remember when we got into it with the so-called Ishmaelite, like just because we had the damn Quran on the ground. I was caught all kinds of hell, man, just for having the Quran on the ground, right? Because that's what they worship. That's what they bow down to, right? It says, for I am the Lord your God, right? That's chiefly all I really wanted on that, right? Brothers got it.
But yeah, man, Ricardo, I would love if you can elaborate on what you mean, brother. You know, we could definitely get into that. But I got a precept just for you. You know what I mean? We could jump right back into it. Because you're right, the black man we are gods, right? But we not the most high God. We have a God, but we the gods of the earth, right? It's the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, right? So the so-called black, Native American, Hispanic man, you're right. We are gods, but we not the Most High God. We not the God. We don't have the power to, destroy with the snap of our hand, right? We not getting prayed to, none of that, but you know what I mean? We not the ultimate power, the alpha and omega, but nonetheless, we are gods, brother.
But I can make a point on that, right? All of this black man is God, black woman is God, black whoever the hell wanna be God is God. The garbage gotta stop, man. Right? It gotta stop, right? Because the times that the Most High mentioned us being God. Matter of fact, keep reading that. Read that precept again, and then keep reading that precept. Right? Because we always kind of want to, right? And we are gods, man. Right? The Lord said it, right? Even Yahweh Shah repeated it. But every time it was mentioned, right, what was happening? Right, read on. Read that.
All right, Salakia. This Psalms 82 and 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
And so the Most High said that our people are gods, right? God chosen people, Lord willing, supposed to be God-fearing people. We were chosen from amongst men to be his holy and ordained people. Right? The Most High said that we are God. We are a strength upon the earth. Right? Read on.
Right, verse 7. But ye shall die like men.
Or say,
but ye shall die like men.
Again.
But ye shall die like men.
Now, while we continue to prop ourselves up, right, trying to use that whole we are gods, right, thing, right, when the Most High called us gods, he said we're going to die like men. Right, the Most High said that he was going to put us to death, right? And that's just kind of something our people run to all the time, right? Are we gods? Yeah, we're the black man is gods, right? It's ludicrous, right? Where the Elder Ray says Psalms 14. You can go to Psalms the 14th chapter.
Psalm 14,
Right, the Most God said that he was going to destroy us.
14 and what up?
Right, you can start at verse 1. I just kind of want to see the precepts. I got another precept after that, right? 1 Samuel 4th chapter.
Con, it's the book of Psalms, chapter 14 and verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God.
Right.
They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
And that kind of go hand in hand with exactly what we're talking about, right? Because, and I'm not saying that this is what the brother Ricardo was saying, because I truly don't know where his narrative was, right? But anytime, right, somebody say that the black man is God, that's because they trying to denounce a higher deity.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to make the so-called black, the flawed ass people that we are, the highest deity, and we supposed to be the standard of living, right? The so-called black man that's not in the house raising his children, right? And we're not saying this to tear so-called black people down, right? We're saying this to be realistic, right? The Most High said that, yeah, you're gods, but you're going to die as men, right? Because even though we're gods, right, our men are still getting buck broke to this day, right? We still the last hired. We still the first fired. Go to 1 Samuel, the 4th chapter real fast, right? We still the ones that get treated like damn garbage, right? The so-called black man is God. The whole narrative, right? The whole proposition of us trying to prop ourselves up, it got to stop.
Salakia, 1 Samuel what?
Like the 4th chapter, you can start at verse 8. You can start at verse 7, Salakia.
Con, it's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 4 and verse 7.
What?
And the Philistines were afraid, for they said, God is coming to the camp. And they said, woe unto us, for there have not been such a thing before. Woe unto us, verse 8. Woe unto us, who shall deliver us out of the hand of these mighty gods?
And this is the Philistines saying, woe unto us. Who are going to deliver us out of the hand of these mighty gods? Because they understood who we were. Right? We still had a name being that was ringing bells from when we were in our righteous estate, from when we were serving the Most High. I will cash up anybody that could tell me what year the Old Testament was written. Now, let me tell you the foolishness behind this, because the Old Testament was written by several different people. The Old Testament, you had Nehemiah, Ezra that had wrote certain parts. You had Moses and his scribes that had wrote certain parts. Jeremiah's scribe that had wrote certain parts. Right? The Bible wasn't written at one homogeneous time. Like, that's the foolery and the unintelligence of scoffers like this, man. A damn dumbasses, right? Because even books, I got a book real fast. I'm gonna go get it. Somebody say something real fast.
Yeah, brother. Salakia. But yeah, brother, you know, you gotta humble down. You just gotta come learn, brother, because you know, you saying a whole bunch of foolishness right now. You know what I mean? But if you do, you know, we take alms. So if you do want to send that $100 to the camp cash app, you definitely can, brother, because Passover coming up.
But I got a book right here. It's called The Black Image in the White Mind. Even when you look at this book, right, it wasn't written in one homogeneous, it wasn't written at one homogeneous time. It took him over 100 years. And he didn't write it over a 100-year period. This is over almost 100 years. This is 90, I want to say 7 years of information that he had to collect before he could even write it. And he wasn't even the one that finished and published the book. Right? They always try to do that. Matter of fact, tell him to tell me, when did King Tut live? And you know what you're going to find? You're going to find a whole bunch of different sources giving different times and dates. Because unintelligent people don't understand how history works, right? Unintelligent people don't really understand how document. The brother said, "Give me a year." He said, "Give me a year."
Madness.
He didn't even spell the year right. Ricardo, right? You can shut your mouth and get in class.
That's what I told him. Just come to class, brother.
Shut your mouth and get in class. He said, "You dancing." I literally just gave you the answer. You stupid, and that's why you don't understand. Right? No book was ever any collective, even the damn Quran. You know, you can still add certain stuff to the Quran, right? You can still add certain stuff to the Quran. The what do we call it? The U.S. Constitution, the amendments. You can still add stuff to it. They still add stuff all the time. That's how history works, is that it's not one defined time when everything was written. One person wrote they book at a certain time. Moses and his scribes, right? Jeremiah and his scribes wrote theirs at different times. Nehemiah, so on and so forth, right? Even Paul and their apostles, right? But Ricardo Johnson, the foolish man, you want to give me a year? You want a year for what? To get your information together, or is he talking about a year when it came out? Like, this is cool. Matter of fact, send a link to this. Put a link in the chat form.
What you want, huh?
Right? It says these are characters. None of these people existed. It's mythology, right? And that's this. If none of these people ever existed in this mythology, then why do they base our entire urine system off of the life of Christ? It's called BC or before Christ, or AD Anno Domini. Even if we want to say BCE is before Christian era, right? The era after in which people started to follow Hamashiach Yahushua, right? This is why, right? This is exactly why the hell you sitting at home eating your rice and crackers, right? And you're not the one out here teaching anybody, right? It's damn foolishness. Like, this is a damn man right here that probably worships a rock.
For
right?
sure.
You probably watch Sex and the City.
For sure.
See that? Right? We're not dealing with it. Right? We're not dealing with it. Right? But we're in 1 Samuel, the 4th chapter. Right? It says, woe unto us, verse 8, who shall deliver us out of the hand of these mighty gods? Right? Niggas like Ricardo Johnson think that they mighty gods. Right? Where he at? Where this fool at? Right? Niggas like Ricardo Johnson, right, think that they mighty gods. They think that they mighty gods. Those are the ones that die like men, right? It says, I'm going to drop down to verse 10. It says, and the Philistines fought, and Israel was smitten, and they fled every man into his tent. Every time Israel was mentioned as being gods, we were destroyed. He said Jesus didn't exist. What he needs to do is he needs to go read the books of Tacitus. He needs to go read the books of Suetonius and Pliny the Younger. And they all give an account of the existence of Christ. This is just a dumbass that don't do his research.
Drop the name in the chat for him, help him out with the books.
I just did. Suetonius, you can go read Suetonius. I can look it up right now. You can literally look up Suetonius Jesus.
Go do your own research, brother. You just saying
these were esteemed. I'm gonna look up Tacitus, right? These were esteemed.
Jesus didn't exist.
These were esteemed Roman. See that? My computer want to freeze up. Brothers, can you hear me?
Come.
Right. These are esteemed Roman historians. Right. Tacitus is an esteemed Roman historian. Right. Suetonius. Let me get it to pull up real fast. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone.
Jesus didn't, but Yahushua did.
Nah, he's just a goofball. He's a nut.
Where are the Philistines today? He said. Philistines.
We not. Now he's just trying to damn jump around. This nigga is a fool. Are we finna continue in the lesson? Are we finna just keep teaching the lesson? You, Ricardo, you're unintelligent and you need to come and get in class.
Come.
It's that simple, right? But I'm gonna go to John chapter 10. Right, every time, right? That's why Islam is so damn prevalent now. Because most black man is God. They try to follow after Fraud Muhammad, which is a damn white man. Fraud Muhammad was a white devil. He was a white bastard, right? And now we following after Elijah Muhammad. Like, I don't even think, not Elijah, but everybody, for one, they think Elijah they say he in the wheel, right? And then they say Fraud Muhammad is up there, and they say after what's the nigga name who reading it now?
Hey, you got
what's the age? What's the nigga name who reading the Nation of Islam now?
You talking about Ben X?
Nah, not Ben X. The brother over him. The light skinned nigga with the slick back.
It's with an R.
Farrakhan?
Farrakhan.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
They believe that Farrakhan, I think they say he like Fraud Muhammad. He's Allah back in the flesh. That's what they be saying. They literally took the Christian understanding. They took the Christian understanding on what we teach, or the Christian understanding of Jesus being God, and they said that that's supposed to be fraud Muhammad. It's stupidity.
Man.
Right, absolutely stupidity. Right? But for the goofball in the chat, right there, it says Tacitus wrote an account of the great fire of Rome, which was occurred 6 AD, which the emperor blamed on Christians. Christians are followers of Christ. Right? So when you go and read the Analyst, book 15, right, it talks about the existence of Christ. When you go and read the book of Suetonius, we got the Suetonius book at the school. I think Cosmo might have it right now. It talks about the existence of Christ. Right? When you read Pliny the Younger, who was somebody who had access to all of the Roman documents, and these are all Edomites I'm bringing up right now. All of them, all Edomites that we bringing up, right? He said my concern was what is the inclusion of Hispanic and non-Negro people. They do not include us. Right? You know, I'm gonna touch on your point real fast. Right? But all of those people were so-called Edomites that I'm naming, right? And they all get the existence of Christ. So these are three non-biblical sources that's giving the existence of Christ. Now, for the brother who said what concern is the inclusion of Hispanic, non-Negro people, they do not include us. I'm gonna ask you a question, and we're gonna keep teaching, and we're gonna come back to your point. Do black people also not include other black people? Right? Now I'm gonna touch on this real fast in John the 10th chapter. I think I want verse 40. What I want? Damn. In John chapter 10. And let me find my point real fast.
Let me hop back in when you finish. I'll bring out my last little points.
John chapter 10. I'm gonna start at verse 33. It says, the Jews answered him, saying, for a good work he stoned thee not, but for blasphemy, because thou, being a man, makest thyself God. Yahweh answered them, is it not written in your law? I said, ye are God. And the only other time, I just gave you a date, a part of you goofball, right? But the only time that we were mentioned being gods is when we were disgusted as hell. And it was to cut us every single time. So for the whole black man or the Hispanic man or whoever the hell man is God, it's gotta be stopped. Because the Lord said that we're gods, the word God just means the power. Right? Now for the brother James Smith, we're still waiting on your answer. Right? Do black people also not include other black people? Yes or no? Right, and I'm gonna let you make your point. You go ahead, Solomon. What?
Yeah, man. I wanna cause we almost at a minute 30. I just want to bring out my last couple of points. I had a lot of points to touch on. All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna kind of just jump into them all at once. More blasphemy in the Quran. Facts about Muhammad, etc. All right. Where do I want to start? Okay, so Muhammad was born AD 570. I'm gonna bounce around. It's a point I'm looking for. Salakia. Okay, so in his youth, he was never taught to read or write. So Jake, Lil Durk, you following a damn idol, you following a damn man that didn't even know how to read or write until other black folks taught him. We had to teach his dumb ass how to read and write. I got that in here too. What it said? Look, here it is, and it says because Muhammad, like he spent time around our people. So I'm gonna get this little passage right here. I'm gonna read this. So it says, after Muhammad he was a nasty ass camel driver, bro. He was a bum. After Muhammad became a camel driver, he traveled to remote and intriguing lands. Led his caravans to Persia, Syria, Egypt, transacting business with merchants of every kind. So I don't know how, but this man that couldn't read nor write, he was doing business with people. On his business trip, he met Jews. You know, that was us. That's that Southern Kingdom, Christians and members of other sects. He interrogated them concerning the tenets of their religions. He frequented the environment of the Jews and their rabbis, mostly because they were merchants and an omnipresent ethnic group. Here, this the point. Because he could not read or write, his ears were attentive and keen to everything that the Jews related to him. So, you know, basically Muhammad was a dumbass. He didn't know nothing. And he didn't know nothing outside of what our people literally taught this dude. And you know, just some more facts. You know, a lot of people like to say that the Quran is older than the Bible, that's dumb as hell to say, because you know, Islam is is really still a new thing. You know what I mean? Like it's popular, don't get me wrong. But you know, even like Christianity been around longer than damn Islam. You know, people been Christians way longer than they've been Muslims, right? The Quran was written by Muhammad in the 15 ADs. The Bible consists of books written centuries before Muhammad even came around. So, you know, when people say that, that's dumb. And you know, these just some scriptures to show that, you know, the Quran is literally a just a horrible remix of our Bible, right? So this the Quran 2:117, and it reads, the originator of the heavens and the earth, when he decreed a thing, he saith unto it only, be, and it is. So that's literally Psalms 33:6. So I'm gonna get that. I ain't gonna spend too much time on them because, like I said, I had a lot of points. But I ain't want to take brother's time on that.
Yeah, if I may. Right, and what's crazy about them trying to say that the so-called the Quran was created before the Bible, because the Old Testament of the Bible was compiled around like 108 AD. And the Quran didn't start until 600 AD. And I actually did have the list, right, of when like all of the books of the Bible were read, when all of the books of the Bible kind of came out, right? Because this man, right, Ricardo Foolish Man Johnson, right, was kind of talking, right? So we're gonna bring it out, like, real fast. Brothers can see my screen.
Salakia, Khan.
Brothers can see my screen, right? But like how I say, right, this is the date of all of the different when all of the books were written. Like how I said earlier, there wasn't one homogeneous date when they were all written. Oh yeah, Genesis to Deuteronomy written at a certain time, like Psalms was written at a certain time, Micah was written at a certain time, Isaiah, so on and so forth. Like even the books in the Newer Testament, right? And this not even including that's not even including the Apocrypha, right? But then I don't even know why we're dealing with this clown, right? But he said there are no Jews, right, that they all man-made. Let me pull up this history real fast. Let me see if I can find it. Right, so I can real fast. Right, I'm gonna try to pull it up. Right, let me find it. Right here it go, right here. Brothers and sisters.
Huh.
Their football team mascot. It's awesome what you'll find right here on this pillar. I wonder what this symbol is doing on our shekel and on this pillar on the Temple Mount. I bet Rabbi Levy's got a really good answer to that.
And they're going to give, this is
when the Jews returned to Israel during the Second Commonwealth, they were not an autonomous state. They were, in fact, a state within the Persian Empire. When the Jews returned to Israel during the Second Commonwealth, they were not an autonomous state. They were, in fact, a state within the Persian Empire. And their symbol was the fleur-de-lis, the one that is found right here on this stone.
So when he said when the Jews returned, right, it's talking about at the time of Ezra. Right, when all of the Jews returned back into Israel, it's talking about during the time of Ezra. Right. You also had Salakia, hold on. Right. But you had several different returns. Right. You had one chiefly when we returned during the time of Ezra. Right. And chiefly when we kind of go back into the lunch. My screen kind of freezing. Hold on. Brothers can still see my screen? Right.
Which dates back to the beginning of the Second Commonwealth. This was a pillar head that was in the temple at the beginning.
Right. So the Second Common Law, right? We're gonna get into what the Second Common Law is. Right. Right. The Second Common Law is kind of is referring to like when the law was like rewritten or reestablished. Right, talking about during the time of Ezra, right? So what had happened was that when all of the Jews went back into the land of Israel, right, this is one of the symbols that they used and had set up and reared up, right, during that time, right? And you're gonna keep
beginning of the Second Commonwealth.
And that's the fleur-de-lis. Now, the fleur-de-lis, right, literally just means flower of the lily, right? We understand that the lily is a biblical symbol. Now, what had happened was that the French had ended up like raiding. I forgot when it was that they raid, but after they did they raid is when they kind of came out with this symbol, right? So even the fleur-de-lis, that's why you will see like a lot of Israelite organizations using the fleur-de-lis because it was the Israelite symbol at that time, right? And he's saying that there ain't no proof of the Jews. That's madness. And this is Esau information. Right? This is Esau information. Right? And then with all that garbage you saying about the Quran, we really don't care about when the Quran was written. Right? It's really not important to us. The Quran was written around 600 AD. Are we still waiting for the answer for the brother James Smith, right? On our answer. And this not us like trying to battle you or anything like that, brother. But have black people ever excluded other black people? Right? Did we ever not include each other? Brothers, had any other points of history?
Nah, I was just kind of gonna bring out different scriptures in the Quran that they took from our Bible, but nah, I was gonna close up. If brothers ain't have nothing else.
Right. Well, I got more history than what we call the so-called Jews having existence, right? You got right here what we call the Tel Dan Stele, right? The Tel Dan Stele is actually the only existence or the only proof of the existence of the House of David, right? Right here, you can probably barely see it. I'm gonna see if I can get a bigger picture of it,
right? In elementary school, you taught name and date.
We literally just gave him a date.
Your brother just talking in the comments, man.
We just pulled up the entire date of each one was like written. And then even when you deal with dating systems, like dating systems can't ever even be 100%. That's why they always say approximately, or they say around, or they say circa. That word circa just means approximately, because the data systems that we have is flawed. Like you got carbon data, right? You got soil data, but you got nuclear data, and all of these are flawed data systems. Which is why when I ask them to look up when did King Tut live, they're gonna give you like a 2,000 or maybe like a 10,000 approximate year period on when King Tut had even lived, right? Because you don't have one solidified way of of closely dated, especially with all like the carbon emissions that we got now and all the fossil emissions, the fossil fuel that we've been burning. You don't have one solid way of dating anything because of all of the carbon that's been released out into the air, right? But I'm gonna go back to this where we got the tail dance stele, right? Can brother see this? I know it's not even showing that. Let me see if I can reshare it.
Right? It was small, but I seen it though.
Right. You got the tail dance stele, which talks about the house of David. Can you see my mouse on the screen?
Good.
All right. So you have right here. Right, this is talking about a king and his win and victory over the house of David. Right. So right here, right, you have where the brother talks about the house of David. This is Ba Yath Dawada. This is the Ba. This is the Wa. Real fast, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Right. Lashawan Kodash. So I'm gonna see if we can pull up the Lashawan Kodash. I'm gonna try to share both of them real fast. We're gonna kind of break down right what he's actually talking about. Right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just see if I can share my whole screen. Right. I'm gonna see if I can share my whole screen. Right. Give me a second. What's going on?
White man created all this to confuse you.
Like, how I share my damn screen?
You go down to you sharing. I can still screen your screen.
For some reason, it won't let me get rid of All right, here we go.
Or you just go down to present and you press which tab you want.
Nah, my computer just kind of like tweaking real fast. I'm trying to bring up this history real quick. Right, here we go. Right here. Right, I'm gonna see if I can just share my entire screen. Right, present, share screen, entire screen. Right, real fast. Right, you can see this.
Good.
All right. So we're gonna kind of break it down for everybody because this is where even the shield of David comes from, right? You got the Bayath Dawada, right? Ba right here, or in the Assyrian it would look like this, right? It's the Ba right here. You have the Yah, right? So we come over to this screen, right? You can see the Yah right here, right? The Bayah, and this is the Tha, right? However, and I think I got my Hebrew book right here, right? This is the Tha. I'm sorry, I forgot to point it out. This is the Tha. However, right, I'm gonna real fast. I'm gonna pull it right back up, right? However, anytime, right, at the end of a word, you always add the connector piece, right? You add the connector piece to try to get rid of that ending sound, right? And I'm gonna kind of show the people, right, in a book about it. Let me see if I can find it real fast. Where it talks about it in the book. Right, the connector piece. I don't know if it shows on that, but it says it connects two characters, right, by dropping the last vowel sound of the last character. So whereas it says Bayath, or it would look like it says, appear that it says Bayatha, right? The word is actually Bayath. Right, I'm gonna see if I can go back to sharing my screen, right, real fast. There it is, right. So I'm gonna pull back up the tail dance stele, right. So you got the Bayath, right, Dawada, right. So the Da, right, which is right here, the Wa, right, Salakia, right, which is right here, and then you also have another Da, which is referring to the house of David. The house of David, right? And we can go to the blue letter real fast. We're going to go to the blue letter real fast. And we're going to kind of link up the house of David.
Hey, Salakia, you see the brother question?
No, what did it say?
It say, I appreciate the teaching. However, how does this advance the so-called Negro?
How does what? Learning our history advance the so-called Negro?
He just said, how does this?
I appreciate the teaching, because what this does is it gives us a self-identity, right? The reason that blacks and Hispanics are destroyed is because of lack of self. I'm gonna get this precept real fast in Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, right? Because one, right, the white man identifies himself. One thing that he does is he always follows after his traditions, right? The Arab man, they follow after their traditions, and they believe that that ensures their success, right? When you deal with any nation of people upon the earth, right, when it comes down to their traditions, they believe as long as they follow in their tradition, it guarantees them a success future-wise. However, the black man's tradition has been a tradition of everybody else around us, right? This Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, right? And for our people to become unrejected, we have to get back into a knowledge, one being the knowledge of self, right? The reason that our women don't have any respect for our men because they don't understand how important the white man or the black man is, or what she even should mean to him. It's the same way for the black man when it comes to dealing with his black woman, right? So the way that this can rebuild our people is the Bible gives us a solid foundation for how to build a nation, right? But I'm gonna kind of go back to it where it's talking about the house of David, right? Brother can still see my screen? Right. I'm gonna go to it where it still talks about the house of David, right? So you got the word Bayath right here. Ba, right? This is what it looks like. Ba. This is the Yah, right? That's what we had, right? Salaki, where it's at. This is the Yah. This is the Tha, right? And we can see right here. This is Bayah. This is talking about house. We're gonna link it all together with the Assyrian, and we're gonna link it together with the Paleo Hebrew, right? You got the Dawid, what they say, or the Dawad or Dawadah, right? This is the Da right here. We're gonna point it out. This is the Da. This is what it looks like in the Hebrew, right? This is the Wa, right? And this is what the Wa looks like. Right, let me find it real fast. It's like it's right here. And then you have another Da, right? And that's what the Da looks like. So when we go back to the Tel Dan stele, right, that dates back to the 9th century BCE, and we look at this fragment, right, it dates the Jews or the house of David back to even the 9th BC. So when the brother Ricardo is saying that there is no history on the so-called, what do you say, the Hebrew language came from Yiddish, and Yiddish came from a Germanic language. What's crazy is that was like this language that we were just reading in, right? The so-called, that wasn't written by a Hebrew man. That wasn't written by an Israelite. That was written by somebody of another nation, right? And the Paleo Hebrew outdates the Yiddish by hundreds, even thousands of years. Right. That's not something that we finna even like dive into or get into right now, right? Well, my point was is that we have history that dates our people all the way back to 900 BC and even prior to that, when you really go into the land of Egypt, right? But we're not going to dive right, all the way into that history. So, right, whatever he's talking about, right, it's pure madness, right? It's pure foolery, right? And don't be like that man, because men like that are into Islam, right? Approximate my ass. That circa literally means approximate. That's the foolishness of the so-called nigga that thinks, right, where it's at, that the black man
is God. Yeah.
Like that's the foolishness of the nigga that thinks that the so-called black man is God, right? But Lord willing, the brother Khaled, right, 3-8, Lord willing, I answered your question, right, Solomon? I don't know if you had anything else. You had something else?
Yeah, Khan. I didn't want to interrupt you, but you know, speaking to the brother or sister point that said, you know, how does this advance the so-called Negro? Right? It advances us because us giving this right. For example, we doing this lesson to tear down the strongholds of Islam because we know Islam got a serious stronghold on our people. Right? A lot of so-called blacks and Hispanics are, being converted over to Islam every single day, right? And it's by the rappers, it's by the entertainers, and these are the leaders in our community. So our people is looking to our leaders and, they as our people do, they follow the leader. I want to get this precept. You know, this is the book Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Right? So that literally go into what I was just saying. You know, all these entertainers, athletes, and all these people of so-called high stature, they looked at as leaders, and you know, they leading our people to the slaughterhouse, right? Because they teaching our people to, you know, bow down in O Block. They teaching our people, like the brother Rollo in Atlanta. I don't know if brothers know him, but the brother Rollo in Atlanta, before he went to the feds, he bought his own community and called it Little Pakistan. And if brothers know Rollo, he the one who started the whole Islam thing into the rap game, right? So our people is watching these so-called leaders, and they leading us to be destroyed. So we do lessons like this in hopes of reaching our people, and in hopes of reaching these people that's actually the so-called leaders. And, you know, Lord willing, this message get to them, and, you know, they can change their ways, they can repent, you know, and they can come out of this foolishness. So, you know, with that being said, Sean, did you have something? If not, I was gonna bring out this precept and wrap it up.
Oh yeah. Hey, you'll get Zechariah 1 and 3 for me.
God. Give me 1 second. Zechariah. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 3. Therefore say thou unto them, thus saith the Lord of hosts, turn ye unto me, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will turn unto you, saith the Lord of hosts.
It's like it. So yeah, that's what our people got to start doing these last days specifically. Hey, that Muslim spirit is running rapid.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it will be wise for brothers to turn to the Most High while you got a chance. Hey, if you do, he might possibly turn onto you and get you out of that jam, believing damn the pedophile Muhammad will save you.
Right.
Hey, with that, I mean, if brother got a point, go ahead.
Yeah, Con, I'm gonna bring out this last precept. Cause like we've been saying, you know, all night, the whole lesson, right? Our people gotta, you know, come out of these strongholds. We gotta come out of the Christianities. We gotta come out of the damn Islam. We gotta stop going to Mecca, right? And we need to be somewhere down facing the east, praying to our God, the God of Israel, and begging for repentance, right? It's the book of Matthew chapter 3 and verse 1. In those days came John the Baptist preaching in the wilderness of Judea and saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, right? So, you know, hey, man, at any day, you know, every day we come closer to the kingdom being at hand, right? We got, you know, rumors of wars, damn near wars on the rise, right? We got World War III that's damn near here. You got floods everywhere from damn Maine to damn San Diego. You got snowstorms all the way down here in the country in Tennessee. You know, it's the world just, it's, you know, the Most High ain't playing right now. He doing his thing. He killing a lot of people. He killing a lot of so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics. And the only way you're gonna be saved in these last days is if, you know, you keeping these commandments. You know, as an Israelite, not as a black man, right? Not as an African American, but who we truly is as Israelites. So with that being said, I like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach or Malak Yahushua. Lord willing, brothers and sisters was edified, Salakia. So we threw the Instagram in the chat. You know, y'all can follow the Instagram for more edification, more teaching videos, or the Get Up with Brothers if y'all want to come to class, come to camp, whatever the case. We got the Cash App. We threw the Cash App if y'all want to donate, give alms. But with that, Brother Solomon.
Shalom, brother Mike.
Sean.
Khan, Shalom. Happy Sabbath. Shabbat Shalom.